a cool poster as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, we're
Cool,
ready.
right. Perfect. Jeremy, welcome to Movie Kingdom.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
It's lovely to meet you. We saw snippets from the film on Friday. Obviously, it looked absolutely amazing. How did you find out you were involved? Did you get a call personally from Tom, or was it audition?
From Tom, yeah. That's where I met with Brad Bird and Burke and Tom.
Yeah.
We sat and talked about, because it wasn't a script at the time. They sort of just kind of pitching me kind of what it was, what they wanted.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty easy decision. It's a great track record of a franchise, and Tom's fantastic. So.
Yeah. And was the fact that one of the factors about the franchise is, of course, that Tom likes each film to have a kind of separate tone, i.e., the tone of the director, rather than the director having to kind of become the franchise. Was that a big factor in you agreeing to kind of take the part?
Yeah, Brad Bird, absolutely. He was the one that sort of sealed the deal for me.
Yeah.
Tom never ever wanted to do a sequel, let alone a franchise. But this became something that he could kind of handpick like a director and give it its own sort of stamp on it.
Yeah.
Whether like some say Mission 2 was like maybe a little off kilter, but it's a very specific stamp that Wu did to that. That made it its own. And I think with like JJ did with the third one, and Brad for sure with this fourth one has done something that's specific to him. So if you're a fan of like The Incredibles or any of his films, Iron Giant or Ratatouille, you see that his hand is definitely strong in this.
Right.
For sure.
And given Tom's penchant for doing all of his own stunts and so forth, was there kind of one-upmanship on set that kind of pushed you to do things maybe more extreme than you might otherwise necessarily agree to?
I don't know if there's a one-upmanship. I just felt that as sort of wanted to be the best I could be, and I was learning as I was going.
Right.
A lot of things I've never done in my life I got to do in this movie, which Muay Thai and all this Filipino stick fighting, all this training with Robert Alonzo, which is fantastic, and so we did a lot more hand-to-hand stuff while Tom was swinging around in the buildings and doing some really big, massive stunts. Yeah. And I just got to sit back and watch and listen and learn, and it's really quite awesome. He set a really, really high bar to sort of just try to keep up. Yeah. And it's nice. It pushed me to be better.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I imagine Brad pushes you a bit more as well, because his background in animation means that he's used to being able to squash flat and explode people. So he's kind of
I would yell at him every once in a while. I'd be like, look, man, I'm not some marionette here. You can't it takes a while for me. I can't do that.
And obviously, the last couple of years have been amazing for you. But you've obviously been. It's not an overnight success because you've been working hard in film since '95. But are there days now where you wake up, kind of post Hurt Locker, and go, "Wow, given all the franchises I'm involved in, I am a massive Hollywood star." And how does that affect you?
I would never ever say.
No.
No. But I certainly feel the difference in things. It's been kind of a nonstop ride for me for a while, and I'll take a break in another 6 months. But since the Hurt Locker, it's been a constant work, which is great because I love the work.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's a great blessing.
And obviously, it's not just Mission Impossible franchise you're involved in. It's now Bourne, and of course, Avengers coming up as well. This must be a lot of physical exertion. I mean, you couldn't have picked 3 more physically exerting roles.
Yeah, it was. I always keep saying is I get paid to be in great shape. Right. And I get to learn something, and I'm challenged by something physical every day. Literally from Mission, and then Hansel and Gretel was another one, the Paramount movie that I had to really just learn to get beat up. Yeah. I got really beat up on that one, and I kicked some butt in Avengers, and I'm kicking some butt in Bourne, so that's pretty good. Yeah.
What can you tell us about the Bourne film, apart from the fact you're kicking loads of butt?
Yeah. It's a new program. Yeah. It's a new character.
Yeah.
And Tony Gilroy's our director. Our same DP from Mission, Robert Elswit's on that as well. And it's a lot of fun. Really enjoying it. Yeah. Really enjoying it.
That's amazing. And Avengers, any exclusives you can share with Movie Kingdom?
Well, I mean, there's I'll get shot if I say anything about that movie, I think. I can tell you that the thing that I think is interesting about it is that all the superheroes have to come together for a reason, right? And I don't know if it's about avenging someone. I don't know what that we'd be avenging, but we're certainly saving something. and but nobody really gets along. So there's a lot of bickering, I think, amongst the group.
Fantastic! Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
And what can you tell us from the set of Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol? What because I understand that Tom's extremely hands-on.
Yeah.
Like he's not someone that sits in his trailer and everyone's waiting. He's kind of out there.
He's always moving, grooving. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the atmosphere like when you've got someone like that, a kind of a star that you've kind of grown up watching, and then suddenly he's there, kind of checking the lights and all that kind of thing?
No, I don't know if he's that. Not about the lights or anything, but certainly it's always about story and character and making sure it's the greatest can be, making sure everybody's prepped as they can be. As he's very generous with his time. At least I think for the whole cast, we would say that as well. They get to spend a lot of time with him. He's not a ghost by any means. He's in it and involved and wants it to be the best can be.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I guess you don't have much time, but have you seen any other films this year that you've enjoyed?
I haven't seen hardly anything. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I just saw a screener of Take Shelter, which was kind of made me very uneasy. But otherwise, I haven't seen a whole lot, unfortunately.
In what way did it make you uneasy?
I think it's sort of I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a tiny little movie that really great actors, Michael Shannon, Jessica Chastain, and sort of the unwinding of a mind, and just kind of irks you a little bit.
Right.
It kind of got me going. So
sounds great.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much for your time. And is it possible just to do a to-camera thing, saying you're watching Movie Kingdom, or kind of your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to watch Movie Kingdom, or something along those lines? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Jeremy Renner. You're watching Movie Kingdom.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Sure thing, man.